Difficulties receiving information from the universe. The universe is a very large and most likely infinite amount of space. For those future astronauts who are intending to study the universe or even going into it someday, there are many hazardous objects that are present in space. You'll need to understand it and learn how to avoid them. The universe is an unexplored land where man has not created technology to travel the vastness of it. The size of the universe is so large that it cannot be measured in normal metric units, but is measured in light years. This simply means how long it would take you to travel around the universe at the speed of light. Light travels at approximately 300,000 kilometers per second. Technology cannot be developed to travel at the speed of light or anywhere near the speed of light because a lot of energy would be required in order to travel at those speeds. To make something move at the speed of light, the energy required would be more than the combined production of all energy on Earth. For a vehicle to travel to the moon at the speed of light, it will only take 1.3 seconds. Due to the lack of technology to reach the great distances, we have been confined to the space where man can travel. But with research and experiments, it is something waiting to be broken through.
My name is Dr. BSM, and I'll talk to you about suns and black holes. Firstly, suns. Suns are also known as stars. A sun is a really hot ball of gas that produces light and heat to the surrounding planets or celestial bodies. Suns have many safety precautions. Even 150 million kilometers away from us, we still have safety precautions, like don't look directly at the sun and use sunscreen when outside for a long time. For all you traveling astronauts, if you encounter a sun, depending on the size of it, say a maximum of 150 million kilometers away from it, the heat and radiation can kill you or damage you. If a star is big enough and collapses under its own weight, it may form a black hole. Black holes are objects so dense that anything close to it will be drawn by its overpowering gravity. Its gravity is so big that we cannot see it because it sucks in even light. We can only assume there's a black hole there because of its distort of space around them. To all astronauts, if you see a space distort, stay away from it. Stay at least 1 billion kilometers away from black holes. Thank you.
Professor Jared here talking about how to survive in space. One thing you need to watch out for is a nebula, an immense cloud of gas mainly consisting of hydrogen and dust in thin air. The word nebula was originally a name for any extended astronomical object including galaxies. Simple safety precaution, stay away from a nebula. Don't even think of going near a nebula, even for a slight view. A nebula attracts matter such as space material which eventually forms stars. This will burn your shuttle in seconds. What's worse is if you go inside a nebula in its last stages, the stars will evolve into red giants. Slowly losing material, its temperature increases dramatically and ionizes the surrounding nebula, again melting the crap of your shuttle. So if you're flying towards a nebula, turn the frick around and fly away like a coward. If you're already in a nebula, chances of survival are very, very low. Asteroids, known as minor planets made of rocky or iron-nickel material. These things can cause serious damage to your shuttle simply by bumping into you. Some asteroids go up to 50 kilometers in size, while others only 50 meters. While you fly, keep in mind they're asteroids. Asteroids move in random directions by gravity at a speed of up to 28,000 miles per hour, meaning that you have to be very cautious in space. Seeing one and deciding to turn around may lower your chances of survival. Get a smarty to warn you of incoming objects in space. You never know, it could be an asteroid. If you see an asteroid, try to fly in a different direction. If you get hit, repair your ship as soon as possible before any more damage occurs. Remember, asteroids from far away look like fuzzy blobs. See a blob? Fly away.
The universe started through a singularity within space. The universe was less than the size of an atom, and it expanded dramatically by millions of miles to the size we know today. So traveling astronauts need to be aware that the universe is still expanding, and thus be aware of redshift, blueshift, and knowledge about how the universe is still advancing and how many celestial bodies around the universe should be dealt with. Thus, astronauts need to be taught to act quickly when in the spacecraft and have thorough knowledge about how the universe works.